My name is David Franco, and at Salmons Rock I teach language classes, French and Spanish, and I also teach literature courses, including a performance class that I'm really excited to be teaching this semester. I speak Spanish. Spanish is my native language. I learned French when I was really young, and I learned English when I was a little bit older. So I speak Spanish, French, and English. And before being a professor of languages, I consider myself to be a learner. Learning languages is a lot of fun. My literature classes, I've taught Francophone literature and Hispanic literature. My lead classes are organized around a theme, and that allows me to include text that across periods and genres. Yeah, I try to bring constantly examples from pop culture to my classroom, books, movies, films. Right now, off the top of my head, I can think of an example is that recently I talked about the song Time by Pink Floyd, as we were discussing how time works in absurd drama. We also talk about the movie by Jack Nicholson in the 70s that won the Oscar, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And we're discussing how mentally unstable characters are always portrayed to be surrounded by water. The idea of water is linked to mental health issues from Greek mythology with the character of Orestes. My research focuses on 17th century French drama, specifically on the notion of heroism, on tragedy. And what I do is that I try to use the theory in 17th century tragedy surrounding the notion of heroism to shed light on contemporary narratives, whether films, literature, or plays. What makes special teaching early college, I think the students are at that particular age when their sense of wonder is really sharp. They are always ready to play along with new activities, to take risks, and so I usually have a blast coming into class with activities that I just created, whether it's in a performance class or in a literature class or in a film class. My favorite thing about working at Salmons Rock, I think there's a lot of freedom for students and faculty both to express themselves intellectually, and freedom leads to authenticity. Authenticity leads to creativity and human connection. And I think in the end, a good space to work is a good space where there are strong human relationships.